What's up, family? Man, this is like my third time trying to make this video. Something don't want it to happen, but it is what it is. We're going to get it done. Thank you first and foremost to all you that are subscribed to the channel, to all you that support the channel by sharing the videos, to those of you that send in financial donations. Man, I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. Today's video is going to be kind of touchy, but it is what it is. Some of you may get slightly offended. You may get triggered. Just fair warning, it is what it is. Before you get going in the comments and get in your feelings and start writing stupid stuff, man, just sit there and process it. Understand why you're triggered. Understand why you're pissed off. Understand why you're bothered or offended by what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Understand the reason. Okay. What we're going to talk about today is, man, emotional attachments. What we're going to talk about today is regrets. And we have to understand that regrets are just emotional attachments. I'll say that again. Regrets are just emotional attachments. Whatever it is you went through in the past, whatever it is that you've lost, whatever it is that you did that you shouldn't have did, or you wish you should have did, something you should have said that you didn't say, whatever it is, man, it's in the past. It's in the past. You have to understand the reason. Why do you feel trapped? Why do you feel attached to that? Why can't you let that go? You can't let it go because you're attached to it still emotionally. You cannot move into your future. You cannot reach your greatest potential being stuck in your past. I don't care how wise you think you are. I don't care how smart you think you are. You cannot reach your full potential being stuck in the past, being attached to things you should have let go of. You're only attached to those things because you refuse to let them go. You can't let them go because you refuse to understand the lesson. You won't emotionally grow up. You won't intellectually grow up and understand that everything happens for a reason. And that whatever it was that you went through, whatever attachments you have, man, you have not learned the lesson for them. I'm going to say that again. You have not learned the lesson for whatever attachments that you have. That's why you can't let them go. Because you're still stuck there. You're still stuck in the past. Because you refuse to grow through that situation. You cannot grow through something you refuse to understand the lesson to. And this is the importance of meditation. This is the importance of being in alignment. And I know a lot of you don't think that you need to do that. And that's why you're still stuck. That's why you still have these emotional attachments. That's why you still carry all this baggage. Because you refuse to grow up emotionally. You think you're smarter than what you really are. You think you're wiser than what you really are. You think you can figure this out and do this on your own. That's why you're still stuck in the past. That's why you're still holding on to regrets. That's why you still got anger issues. That's why you still got self-doubt, self-hatred. That's why you keep sabotaging yourself, because you refuse to get in alignment and humble yourself and get in alignment and figure out the lesson. Everything that you go through in life is to teach you something. Everything you experience in life is to teach you something. So many of you are still attached to people that are moved on with their life. They ain't even thinking about you. And some of you are attached to people that ain't never thought about you, ain't never cared about you, but you're still stuck on them. You're still fixated on what they're doing and how their relationship ended and why they ain't in your life and woo-dee-woo-doo, all this petty, stupid stuff. Family, we have to grow up. Why are you still emotionally attached to these people? You're emotionally attached because you won't sit there and understand why they came into your life, why they were in your life in the first place. They were in your life to teach you some valuable lessons. They were in your life to give you some experiences so that you could learn some things about yourself. That's it. That's it. We have to grow up. We have to learn the lessons in life. You cannot move beyond this grade without understanding the lessons, without passing the test. And the test is not to show you how ignorant you are. The test is not to show you how stupid you are or how dumb you are or to make you feel like a failure. The test is to show you where you're at. The test is to show you that you passed. You're good. You're moving on to the next level. For some of you, and for some of you, you're going to to repeat the class because you won't learn the lesson. In America, we have this thing of we're just going to pass you. No child left behind. Everybody gets passed, whether they pass the test or not. Everybody gets passed on to the next level. That's done more damage for our kids. And that's how life is. You're not going to pass. You're not going to go on to the next level. You're not going to go on to the next thing until you pass the test, until you're ready to move on. Some of us, we have this mentality that we think that if we don't dwell on it, then we've healed from it. You haven't healed from it just because you ignore it. You still have regrets. You're still emotionally attached. Even if you do ignore the fact that you are, even if you do lie about it and fake the funk like you're better than what you are and like you're not dealing with that situation anymore, like you've healed from that situation. To each their own. To each their own. But the reality is, family, until you do the shadow work, until you go into the deep subconscious of your mind and understand why you went through those tests in the first place, why you went through all the things that you've gone through, and understand the lessons behind them. And it wasn't just to make you feel like a victim. It wasn't to make you feel like a failure. It wasn't to make you feel unloved and unwanted and abandoned and all this other craziness that we go through. You know what I mean? It wasn't about any of that stuff. It was to teach you some lessons. It was to give you some tools to go on to the next level. Why do you still regret the things you regret? Why are you still emotionally attached to people who've moved on? Why are you still emotionally attached to things that are no longer in your life? To things that no longer serve your greater good? Because you choose to be. Because you choose to be. It's that simple. It's that simple. When you're ready to let it go, you'll let it go. The truth is, a lot of you don't want to let it go. A lot of you are addicted to the drama. A lot of you are addicted to the trauma. A lot of you, that's your identity, is that pain and suffering. You have a victim mentality. And so you refuse to let it go. You refuse to let it go. And so you hold on to it. You carry it as though it's a badge of honor, something to be proud about. That you've gone through all the hell that you've gone through and you're still here. You're still stuck in the past. You're 40, 50 years old, still stuck in the past. Still stuck on something that happened to you when you were a kid. Still stuck on something that happened to you when you were a teenager or in your early 20s. We have to grow up. We have to grow up emotionally. We have to grow up intellectually. We have to grow up spiritually. And you can only grow up by dealing with your issues. You have to learn to grow through the things that you go through. I'm going to say that again. You have to learn to grow through the things that you go through. If you haven't grown through it, you can't let it go. And you're going to keep repeating that cycle over and over and over and over again until you learn the lesson. You could sit there and say you're not going to go through that situation again. You could sit there and say I'll never get married again. You could sit there and say I'll never trust somebody again. You could sit there and say whatever it is you want to say. You're entitled to say whatever you want to say. You're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. But the fact is, you're going to keep going through that cycle. Different people, different situations, but it's the same lesson. Same crap, different day. Because you refuse to grow through that situation. So how do you let go of regrets? How do you let go of emotional attachments? You grow up. You learn the lesson. There's no other way. There's no other way. You could pray all you want to. You could talk about Jesus all you want to. But if you refuse to grow up emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, you could talk about Jesus, you could talk about Buddha, you could talk about Allah, you could talk about whoever you want to talk about. You could believe in whoever you want to talk about or believe in. You're still going to go through the same crap. You're still going to be stuck in the past until you grow up. You could fast, pray, do whatever you want to do. It don't matter. It ain't going to change anything until you grow up. You're going to have to grow up. You're going to have to grow up. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.